Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am a personal trainer, nutrition coach, entering into the world of confidence coaching, and also a Zaya active rep. But one of my main objectives that I like to share with people is tools on how to basically live like an up-leveled, elevated state of life. We clearly don't have control over what happens to us externally. And so, for the first majority of my life, I was in very much like a victim mindset, and I thought that, I just kind of had to deal with the punches, roll with the punches that life threw at me, and it wasn't very uplifting or positive or empowering at all. And until I started getting into the coaching and really studying and getting some new certifications that I was like interested in through random chance, actually, I started learning all these tools and these techniques that were so powerful and like seriously liberating in my own mind and my own like life, that now I want to implement them and share them with not only the women that I coach and help work with, but just in general, at all, because I know that personally, if I can do this, anybody can do this. And so today's topic, I want to talk about confidence, because it is such a freaking thing that like so many of us lack. But before I get started, make sure to subscribe to my page and click the notification button that's a little bell, so that you will get notified when I drop new videos to help up level you. But back to the conversation about confidence. So it was like this mystical, like, unicorn thing for me. Like, we talk about it, you see people that you think have it, and you're like wondering what the fuck to do. And like, how many times have you been like, you kind of have a dream placed in your heart, and you should probably act on it, or you want to do it, or you want to start your own business, or you want to just put yourself out there in some way, ask somebody out, whatever it is, all across the board. Like, we think that the confidence comes before the action, like before we do things. So we sit, we hide, we don't put our work out into the world because we wait until everything's perfect and we feel ready. And that's like actually the ass backwards recipe for how it works. And I was which coach I was talking with, and she told me, she's like, really what confidence is, and this is so powerful, like, confidence is really essentially the ability to sit with uncomfortable feelings. Ta-da. But when she first told me that, like, I couldn't grasp it. I couldn't get my hand around it. I'm like, what? That's confidence? I'm like, because to me, confidence is being able to, like, put yourself out there, like, not be afraid, be bold, believe in yourself, and like all the things, right? But here's the thing, like, you can be a seasoned pro and still kind of get butterflies before you put a YouTube out, before you start a new client, before right? Like, so I realized finally what that meant was that whole feel the fear and do it anyway. But we're so like allergic and afraid to feel any of these like feelers that don't feel good, like anxiety. You kind of get like you're scared, you're nervous, you're afraid of rejection and all that, right? And we push that away because we judge it as bad. We judge those feelings as bad, feeling bad, that we don't want to have anything to do with them. And then therefore, we don't step out and do our life's purpose, essentially, most of the time. And that's what the confidence piece is. So if you think about it, like, confidence in that definition would be me putting this video out there, and not even really sure. Like, I still don't know how to make fancy little thumbnails for my YouTubes. I don't know how to do the graphics that zing in and, tell you to, all the fancy things. I don't know that yet. But the thing is eventually I'm gonna get so used to doing this, like, that it'll be like nothing, and then I'll move on to the next layer where I'll start playing. But the action has to come before the confidence actually gets there. And, you know, like, let's say, I know my big thing right now is, like, because I just embarked on this Zaya activewear as an independent rep, and I'm, like, totally fucking geeked out about it. I love it. But, you know, I've had to really rewrite some of my own mindset stuff around it because it's an MLM, and I really was like, have very adverse reactions towards MLM things, like the whole "hey girl" message in the inboxing and all the things. And so since I know sometimes I get irritated when, like, supplement people, MLM people, like, message me, and, like, you just know you're kind of like basically like a number. They're just throwing a bunch of darts at the board. And so I had to, in my own brain, overcome, like, I know other people are probably going to see me selling, and they're probably going to be like, oh great, here she is. But, like, I have to be okay sitting in the uncomfortable feeling of that. And once that became like, oh, okay, so yeah, some people might have an adverse reaction. What does it mean? Is it the end of the world? Not really. Because what happens is, like with most things in life, if you just trust and believe, you actually find your tribe. So you just put your light out there. I mean, Zaya reps, there's a lot of us. This company is booming right now, rightfully so. It's freaking amazing, like from the top down. But you know what? Those other people aren't me, you know? So, and like one of my favorite lines I'll go back to is, if you're afraid of putting something out there that you think's already been done, go look down the bread aisle in the grocery store, because that's the God's honest, like, truth gospel. I mean, I've watched so many Zaya people, and the person I ended up signing up under was like not anybody I'd even seen a million trillion of their posts. It was like something so different. So it's like, you don't really know. But for confidence, me putting my page out there, putting my post of wearing the product, like explaining about it, like sharing the opportunity about it, like, I just had to do it and sit into the uncomfortable feeling that someone might be repulsed by it. But then guess what? Others aren't. And so in my ability to kind of push through, even when it was wonky feeling, allowed me to move forward. And so that's the confidence piece. And like, I'm so missing, you know? And so now that I know sometimes it is going to feel a little bit uncomfortable, but I don't have to judge it as bad. It just is. So just remove the label off of it. All emotions are just like vibrations and feelings in our body, you know? But our brains blow it up into something like the story behind it that it makes it into, you know? And as long as you have the wherewithal to be able to be more of an observer of your thoughts instead of being ruled by them, you can completely change your dynamic, change the quality of your life, and move forward putting your work out there. Like, we need people to show up, you know? Like, my people need me. Your people need you. But if we hide behind, you know, whatever, because we're not ready to throw ourselves out there, you know, we're really truly doing a disservice to, you know, the world in general. And so I thought that was so riveting, and I wanted to share that. Is, you know, next time you think about doing something and you don't quite have the confidence, think about why. Like, what are you afraid of? You're afraid of rejection. Well, rejection is just kind of a feeling, right? And if you can cultivate the ability to sit in that, like, little wonky state of, oop, I might get told no, I might get told F no, but be okay with it, like, that is like a secret gold nugget to catapulting and up leveling. And so I felt really compelled to share that tidbit with you, just because I am doing it in my own life, and it's working, and it's so simple. And I know that if I share this and you up level, that in no way, shape, or form takes away from me when somebody else is successful, because I just really do believe in abundance and all that. And so yeah, that's my little ditty right now about the confidence and how it is truly really being having the ability to sit with uncomfortable emotions. That was like life-changing for me, and I wanted to share that with you. And yeah, like, comment, like, give me some insight. Did that make sense to you? Do you resonate with that? Do you have trouble with confidence also? I mean, don't we all to a little extent? Like, could you even imagine, like, just being able to live freely and, you know, do all the things without just like fearing? I don't think there's anything worse than being like a prison to me, is not being able to be who we are and do what we're supposed to do, because we're all insanely talented. We're just afraid of using our gifts, you know? And so if you have this tool in your tool bag now, you can start practicing it just on little things, and then see like, oh my god, this isn't as scary as it's, you know, I used to think it was. So that's my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Put it in your brain, plant the little seed, and start working with it, and watch how it kind of tweaks and up levels your life. And we'll see you on the next video.